Okay, boys, so before we do get into this video, I just want to say I'm completely neutral on all this situation. I'm just here to report. If you look at my channel, it has 0 subscribers, 0 fucking, like, this is the first video that's posted. It may just be one of those videos that does really good on YouTube, and then you never see this account again. But, I've honestly been seeing a lot of MW2 content. Kind of wanted to show that off as well. I'm pretty good with the sniper. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about ChudTheBuilder. Now, if you guys don't know, who this guy is, I'm just going to let the clips explain it.
Put that phone down. Put
Why?
that phone down.
You don't like looking ugly?
Put that phone down, bitch ass boy.
Shut up, nigger. Come on, come do something.
And like I said, I am being neutral on this situation. That is just the clip that he's most famous for. Like, most people have seen that, so that's kind of my reference. But the whole reason why I'm going to be talking about him is he recently went on this podcast with this guy named Hermes. Now, Hermes is more like right-wing type creator. He does have some funny shit, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think that his content's more based around humor. I'll just show a little clip of him.
Would you rather let in 1 million more Indians into England or never watch football again?
I'll have to let him in.
You what?
But yeah, basically, these guys did a podcast together, and they did this on X, where, like, I think it's literally the only place that could host this. But I honestly think that it was a very good insight into, like, ChudTheBuilder and his kind of backstory. But that is basically the whole premise of this video. Now, I'm sure, like, I honestly don't know if this video is gonna do good, especially with the profanity. But I'm sure that you guys have seen this video. That's kind of the thing that inspired me to make something like this, and it's just kind of an interesting topic to talk about. But without further ado, full credit to Hermes, and let's just get right into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, ChudTheBuilder, Dalton. Dalton,
up,
that's your
dude?
name, right?
Yeah, Dalton.
Now, this podcast kind of starts off with them finding middle ground about being banned on different platforms. They also talk about the doxing that's currently happening to Dalton.
I wanted to give Dalton the chance to kind of tell his story because you told me this is going to be kind of the first podcast. You're kind of really explaining, kind of what happened in your life, your kind of origin story. I think that'd be very interesting. And then obviously we'll go into what's going on now, because I know you're having some legal issues. I know you're definitely, I mean, you're doxed yourself, but
Yeah, dude. Doxed is understatement at this point. These people are following me all around the city, and
But for this video, I'm gonna mainly be sticking to his backstory and everything. The full podcast link will be in the description if you do want to go check it out.
and they're like, why haven't you done anything about this nuisance in Clarksville that everybody knows who he is? But nobody has ever heard my, like, side of the story and what actually happened. Everybody's like, people hear like, oh, well, his girlfriend left him for some black guy, and that's why he just hates black guy. He's going around like,
I saw that.
Like, dude, all of my exes are more racist than me. So like, not sure where that rumor came from, but like, I was just a dude. I was a wigger growing up. I got made fun of for being the wigger,
YouTube, please do not take this video down. I'm pretty sure a white person can say that. But Chud really didn't talk about his childhood too much. The only significant thing that he really said is that he did grow up around the black community, but recently he's had different thoughts and different ideas about changing his life.
So I just changed my ways. I changed a lot of things. I used to be fat, I used to be super fat. I went down the whole Liver King route and the whole divorce shit. I did that before Liver King was cool. We all knew he was a goober, but and so like I just got on this pattern of like fixing things in my life, and I lost all the weight, and I started just.
How old were you when this was
21.
happening?
So I lost all the weight at 21.
And how old are you now?
I'm 28.
So Chud begins to talk about how in his early 20s, he started a fitness page on Instagram and Facebook. And this was really like the kind of first time that Chud's been introduced to social media. Now, the most significant thing about this is that he said that a lot of gyms used to kick him out.
So, okay, around what age, because I know we talked a little bit before this, around what age was the first time you got canceled? How old were you?
Canceled. I used to say shit on the internet. So I lost the weight at 21. Yeah. I was like 23 whenever I was talking all this shit. I was like, you guys just need to be eating fucking steak and stop doing this gay goy slop shit.
And it was on like, social media, right?
Yeah, all over social media. They called me the Liver Chad. Liver King. I was the fucking Liver Chad. So, and that was just like the stupid term that the buddies like gave me, and they were like, "Oh, you should make that your Instagram name." And so I did, but it was just this dumb little like meme era, But so I started getting canceled because I was telling people in the gym, I was like a personal trainer, and I was doing that, and I was like, "You guys are telling your clients to eat shit. Like, y'all are stupid. Like, all of you fatties, there's a reason why you personal trainers are fat and you're telling your clients to lose weight with the wrong advice. So people started like hating me there. I got kicked out of one gym and then another. It sounds like 109 country stories, but bear with me.
But after Dalton tried all the gym influencer shit, he decided to try and do blue collar work. Now, he says that he just wanted to get into the trades because he wanted to work with his hands.
I'd stopped the whole gym thing, dude. I stopped doing that whole shit and went straight to collar. But I realized, I was like, fuck it. I want to go out and learn with my hands and do some shit. And so I learned how to, I started going to all these different trades. I was a deer skinner and a game butcher, and I was skinning bears and deer and shit and having fun doing all that.
Now, it seems like Dalton moved away from the whole social media side of things, but then he got his first bit of attention outside of gym culture.
I got a real good job at a Nashville contracting firm. I was working for a Nashville firm and driving a company truck back and forth. They gave me some shit one day about driving like a chud, bro. And I was speeding. And so they're like, we're tracking your ass now. Dude, the very next day, I'm like driving like best as I can, bro, on my toes. This fucking lady and her daughter were honking at me like, go, go, go. And I'm just doing the speed limit. They're on my ass if I go over the speed limit, even 1 mile per hour. And so they pull up next to me at the light in downtown Clarksville, and they were like, what the fuck is your problem, motherfucker? What's your... And so I roll the window down. I'm like, nigga, chill. I'm just doing the speed limit. Dude, they took it the wrong way. And then I even grabbed the cross. I grabbed the Orthodox cross and I hit him with a blessing. And I was like, y'all got to chill out, relax. And then they posted it and was like, oh, he's calling us hard R's and he's this and that. Totally false. They threw 3 drinks at my truck and they were like, yeah, we threw drinks. You lucky it wasn't bullets. They were literally already blowing up like this.
Now, I honestly don't know if these two things do have a connection, but this was really the first time that Chud got canceled outside of gym culture. But this type of attention is a lot different to Chud, at least.
Well, what happened around 2020 and shit, and so basically it was at first I was I was telling even my parents, you shouldn't say the N-word. That's oppressive. And I used to
You said that to your parents?
Dude, I used to say that shit because, because I fuck with the hood and shit. And a lot of people around here, they fuck with me. And so a lot of them are confused about it all. But it makes sense. This is the natural reaction when you start to bully somebody and say, listen, y'all can't say this. I never wanted to say it until they said you can't. Okay.
So after this point, Chud did start to get into a lot more interactions. Now it's kind of up to you if you want to say that he's putting himself into that situation. Chud always just says that it happens to him, but I'm sure that these videos did play a factor into all these interactions that he was getting into.
The video I posted that had the 2 girls that were bitching at me and I mogged them. I just up the camera and start mogging them.
No, why did they all leave? You go get her. I'll show her your fucking videos on Clarksville now. You're recording me without my consent. I can fucking do you. Everything.
You look sick as fuck right now.
I can literally you. You're recording without my consent.
Yeah.
They were screaming at me and this was the night that Charlie got shot. That's why I remember that. They were screaming at me because they were like, get this racist out of the bar. We don't fuck with racists, blah, blah, blah. That's when everything started to happen was right before he had died. And then I posted that video and then my Instagram blew up because it got 1 million views overnight.
Now this was the point that these views weren't just at a local scale. More people all around the internet started to see these videos, and as time went on, Chud just kept producing more and more.
So it got to the point where they took my baptism. They basically said, we can't have you at this community anymore. I've been a catechumen there for 2 years. Church is in my backyard. So they took my son, my job, and my baptism. So the very 3 days after the church kicked me out, bro, I was searching for some toys for my son's birthday party that night. I'm going through the Walmart and I hear some bitch shipping out. Dude, she waddles her ass towards me slower. I'm hearing her closer and closer. So eventually she comes to my side of the aisle. I walk to the end of the aisle and I start recording her.
Oh, no, they ain't got the nerve to talk about gold bombs. Bitch, you got me fucked up. I'll smack the shit out of you in here. Yeah, keep talking shit and I'ma show you.
It's a usual suspect.
And I'ma show you. Don't say a motherfucking thing to my kids.
I wonder who pissed her off. She's f***ing out. F***ing out.
I'm like, look at her. She's shimping out. Usual suspects, And that was even compared to the other videos of mine, that was super mild. But everybody took that and was like, oh my God, he's such a hateful individual. Look at him doubling down.
So after this, they do kind of just go on to talk about more current things that's happening in Chud's life. Chud has had a lot of interactions with the cops recently, and he says that he is having some financial and legal problems. But recently on his Twitter, he has just uploaded more videos, kind of the same premise, and some other shit as well. But yeah, guys, that was pretty much the video. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be creating content on this channel. It has 0 subscribers. I'm not getting paid for this shit or anything. But make sure to like and subscribe. If it does good, I'll make some more. But peace out, boys. Have a great day.